what are consumers actually thinking then about sustainability? 68% of them across a study of 25,000 people across Europe and America by Kantar has shown that 68% want to buy sustainable solutions, but only 23% actually do at the point of purchase. So why is this gap? Well, we've asked them across every category, whether it's beer, whether it's electrical, whether it's cars, whether it's finance, whether it's telephones, this same data has come up, that sustainable products are seen as too expensive. And in fact, when we tested this, the average sustainable product across Europe is 70% more expensive than its non-sustainable equivalent. It's the biggest driver to a lack of success, followed by the fact that there's not enough information as to whether this is sustainable, followed by the fact that I can't find it. So I want to now move to the step of this presentation, which is about the assessment. And these, if you talk away with this bit of advice, you have the highest chance of success going forward to gain competitive advantage. The prevailing thought in most people is that they can charge a premium for something sustainable. And that is wrong. You must not believe you can charge a premium for something sustainable. In fact, what you've got to gain is the concept called price match pricing. That means you've got to start out with the assumption and the presumption that you will charge the same for a sustainable item as a non-sustainable. And I'm going to demonstrate why that's the case. And if you do that, your chances of success will dramatically increase. And you will see that Flora Margarine, who's just launched an incredible new piece of packaging across 2 billion of their packs, has price matched to start and is seeing great success. So the first reason is, how many of you here know Wright's Law? Could you put your hands up if you know Wright's Law? You see, that's a shocking statistic, because Wright's Law tells us, and it's on every single thing that has ever been made, including solar, including EVs, that every time you double the volume of manufacturing of anything, the cost declines by 20%. Why is that important? Because every sustainable initiative you will have as it starts will, of course, be more expensive, but as it doubles its volume, just as we've seen with EVs, just as we've seen with solar, the cost will come down by 20%. And that will give you space in your P&L to price match pricing over time. I'll explain how. The second is, I almost come across no companies that use price elasticity testing to evaluate the likelihood or the willingness of consumers or anybody to purchase something at a certain price. And we can see that when you charge more than a match price on the majority of sustainable offers that have no clear or dramatic benefit to the consumer, your volume declines by 20% as you put your price by 20%. So you need to use price elasticity to support your thinking, to increase your chances of success. And then finally, we are in a world of dynamic pricing. We see that Ryanair is the most profitable airline in Europe. It carries the most people, 183 million people, versus Lufthansa at 80 million, simply because they've used deaggregated pricing and dynamic pricing. In this journey of sustainability, we've got to be pricing experts. We've got to disaggregate our pricing, and we've got to think about pricing in a completely different dynamic way, starting with price matching. Right, I'm going to lesson number 2, and I hope you excuse this detail, but if I can help you on this story, your chances of success are going to be greater. So what does this look like from a migrating the P&L story? Well, let's take a very simple P&L and really look at it in detail, in actually not so much detail. So taking this as an example of your existing product, it is likely that sustainable initiative you have will increase the costs. First step, though, is to not increase the price, to price match, and to work out how you can absorb that cost. And of course, you might be saying, but that's ridiculous because you've just diluted my profits. Well, there are 2 very powerful sources of negating that. The first one is looking at all of the promotions and discounts that we give in our businesses, because they are always an opportunity to be reduced and to fund the cost increase. I'll say that again, promotions always can be cut and funded into an initiative and innovation. And secondly, Wright's law manifests itself. So let's actually look at how the cost of solar has declined, and by accident and not by design, in fact, the price of solar has come to a level whereby we can price match and cost match and profit match where we were before solar became, for example, the tool. This curve happens on every product that we're inventing and allows you to get to a place where you migrate your P&L from where it is today to where it will become, with a journey in between that has some pain, but will get you to a place of competitive advantage because others will be behind you.